Hey guys, welcome to episode 5 on my road to 5 bill. This is the episode which we price checked the tab, and we are kicking this episode off with a bunch of Vorago and a few drops that we did get from our little Vorago session. So I hope you enjoy this episode, guys, and I shall see you soon.
Look at that 5-man push. And Aaron kind of got a little RNG luck there.
Yeah, I did.
I saw that.
Yo!
Aww.
You know what? Better than nothing.
Just think you done that 4-man, I didn't do anything. Fucking double bleed, I like.
Oh, I love them.
Getting the first bleed and the third bleed's just annoying.
Oh, boys!
Oh
Yo!
my god!
Let's
Oh,
fucking
shit.
go, boys! Yes!
Oh shit.
I got 2 testicles on the
There's
deck.
2,000 testicles and you got a fucking one now.
Yes, we got two testicles and a
bad.
penis, boys.
More still.
Bosh.
2 eye for kills, friends.
UI for kills, friends.
And we'll finish it off with a singularity. Gats.
You guys just
So here we have the seismic splits. The first split from Devon, which he got the singularity, or the first singularity, which was a 31.5mm split, which is very nice. Then I later on obviously got my singularity, and then sold that for 158mm-ish, I think it was. I'm not really quite sure. Yeah, 158mm, which is a 31.6mm split. And then, as you did see later, Aaron got a singularity for the last kill of the trip, which I didn't actually record him giving me the split because I'm an idiot, but there we go. There is me selling the seismic wand, which we got, and that was for 198mm, which was almost a 40mm split there, which isn't too bad. Here we have the only next kill in this episode, which I apologise for. Everything else has been shit, but this drop was Bootleg, and this is the last item that I did need for me to get every single next drop, as a drop. So that is completed, all the next items in the bank now, which does look pretty cool, and it's a cheeky 11mm. So moving on to raids. Raids has been kind of weird recently. A few things, I've done a fair amount of kills, but as in 5 or 6, I think, but I've only really recorded this one because, a few times I forgot to press F9, which is my hotkey for my recording, and I've also forgot to actually have the recorder up, so I do sincerely apologise for that, but I haven't really got any major loot, just general items really. Haven't received a codex or any ecto pieces, so yeah, I'm still working on the boots to try and finish the boots before I can then move on to getting, I think it's cowls next anyway, so yeah. And I'm also trying to, get burial charms, which haven't been happening recently, mainly because I've just been unlucky and I want to get the 5k rep so I can start re-rolling drops, but I'm not getting any burial charms unfortunately, but I've just been getting the consistent loot. So a road to 5 bill wouldn't be a road to 5 bill without some Araxxi in here that I'd been carrying on from the previous episode where I needed a bottom leg piece, which is path 3, and it was currently path 2 and 3 at the time, and I needed a bottom leg piece of 2 complete legs in the bank. Andy is a friend of mine, he'd been doing Araxxi for about 8 hours that day. I come home and he's going to hate me for this, but, this happened.
Hey, when that happens, 120% enraged me.
Oh!
Oh no!
Oh
No, you
my
didn't!
god,
No,
yes!
you didn't!
Yeah.
No, you didn't! No!
I'm fucking done with this shitty path!
No, you
Oh
didn't!
my god, yes!
Oh, I hate you so much!
Oh, I'm just fucking looking at that screen. Oh, I'm so done with that
No.
fucking shitty age path. Oh
I'm
my
done.
god.
I'm so done with you, kid. Seriously.
Oh my
Go
god.
away, kill yourself.
So, yeah, well, I haven't exactly killed myself. I'm still alive, I'm still here, I'm still breathing, and I'm still doing Araxxi. So I then switched from doing bottom path to doing middle path, and, it's just such a good feeling from switching to a yak to a nihil, because I just use a yak for bottom path because it's just so horrible. Especially a solo, I haven't really duoed bottom path, but yeah, I moved on to middle and I switched straight to a nihil and was just getting consistent 5-minute kills in, which was great. Onyx is there as well. I haven't really had too many Onyxes from Araxxi, but I'm up to I think 62 in the bank now, which isn't so bad. I've been having a lot of shitty drops as well, like Torstal Seeds with overloads, so I've been re-rolling them. I've re-rolled I think 2 drops, which I didn't really show because I rolled like 200s, but yeah, I'm still working on trying to get that Araxxi base pet, and I'm still working on getting towards 600 KC, but I really don't see myself getting this base pet any anytime soon. Preferably I'd like to get it when I'm around 1000 KC. That would be a nice figure to get, because then I could get Barry and Mallory probably shortly after that anyway. So yeah, just wrapping up these remaining Araxxi kills and the remaining PVMing for this episode, which I do apologise, I've only had around 5 minutes of clips. I've been, mega busy with work and stuff like that lately, and I've done a bunch of Vorago, which is countless hours at that boss, slaving away there. But anyway, that is it. We're going to go on to the price check and the tab now. Right then, boys and girls, so it's that time again where we have a look at the boss kills and also have a look at the tab, but this time, with it being episode 5, we are going to actually price check the tab as well and see how much it's going to be worth and how much we are off the 5 mil goal so far. So if we go into the boss kills, and we shall see how much we've killed and what we've improved on. So we have done 98 more boss kills in this episode than we did in episode 4, so we haven't really done too much as in consistent camping of bosses, but I've been doing a lot of Vorago, which you'll see when I scroll down a little bit. Almost at 600 Araxxi. I've been saying I want to get 600 for a while now, and that is going to be complete within episode 6 for sure. So within, I think, around 20 KC, I've had a bottom leg piece and a middle leg piece, so I've been very, very lucky there. And we need another bottom piece and a top piece, you'll see that in a minute, for 3 spider legs. So if we carry on, and we'll have a little bit of a look further down here, we are now at 246 Verago. That is a big jump. I think we're on like 110 KC when we left off on episode 4, which is pretty nice. Nex has jumped up a little bit as well, done a few Nex kills within this episode as well. We've only had the main one drop though, which you did see earlier on, so there hasn't really been many Nex kills in this episode. But I do want to get back into doing God Wars 2 and stuff like that, just to crack on with some consistent GP, but of course I'm going to be doing a lot more Araxxi as well. So ending off this episode with 24,191 KC. So that is it for the boss kills. Let's have a look at the tab right now. So if we crack on with it, and here is a brief look at the current loot tab. So I'm going to try and make this short and sweet before I have to pull everything out of here and start price checking it. So we are cracking on well with Triskelion fragments. Had a lot of Araxxi recently when I've been starting there again now, but the majority of these have come from obviously Vorago, which, almost 18 keys worth, which is going to be nice for another loot video when I finish this series. So up to almost 48,000 techie now from raids. Probably going to try and get this to 100,000, and I'm just probably not going to buy anything if I'm honest. Maybe codexes to fund the tab, as I have all the abilities unlocked already. So yeah, 254 mil cash. That is a very, very big jump since last episode. We've had a lot of drops in this episode, a lot of seismic drops like you've seen at the start of the video, which has been very nice. And then obviously just standard stuff. I may as well just not talk over much of this now, just scroll down to the bottom so you can see the bottom of this tab, all the Nex items right there. And I have completed obviously all the Nex items now in drops, my last one being the Vertus rub legs, and that is what I did need to complete the whole Nex set in all the items just from drops, which I've completed. So yeah, let's start taking all this out and we shall start price checking it. Right then, inventory number 1, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the figure of all the inventories on the screen, and then at the end of the video it's going to be the main total of how much the current tab is worth. So if we open up the price checker, we shall put everything in here. The main, well, we're coming up with just over 1 bill already, so 1 bill and 14 mil within this first inventory. Majority is cash splits. Yeah, they're all cash splits there from Seismics, and also cash drops from Araxxi when I've been getting them, because I no longer re-roll drops now at Araxxi. I just bank all the loot. So yeah, you're going to get a little bit of cash from there, and when I start doing QBD, if I start doing QBD anyway, then I'll get cash from that as well, and that will be funding on the current cash here as well. Because what I've done, all my current cash that I used to buy things, I've actually put in the GE, so I have no cash in my bank or anything like that. So this is just pure from splits. So yeah, so scrolling down then, and some of these prices may be wrong due to supply and demand and recent updates that are going to be, or updates that are going to be happening. I know for sure the majority of this tab is runite ore, 26,000 rune ore there. It comes to 253 mil, but I know they're going to be doing a smithing and mining rework where I think rune ore requires 50 mining to be able to mine it, and like 50 smithing to be able to smith it. So yeah, they kind of fucked us over there with the rune ore and general rune items, which yeah, it's a shame really. 221k coal ore, this is practically useless as well now, to be honest. I think 40 mil worth there. Not really quite sure how this update is going to affect it. I did start to watch the Runescape video about it, so if you guys are wondering what update I'm on about, then go and have a look at the Runescape channel and you'll see a smithing and mining update that they're going to be doing, where you can smith new armors, and basically I think rune ore now is going to be practically useless unless they implement it within the new armors somehow, which will make it stay quite a nice price. As you can see there, 253 mil worth. I'd like it to stay around that price and not crash, to be honest. Other items as well, tectonic energies, a lot of them 527, aiming for 1000 from Vorago. This price I think might be quite wrong as well, so but yeah, it's still nice to see 152 mil worth right there. And yeah, they're the main big hitters, as you could say, of this inventory. So the figure will be on screen, 1 bill and 14 mil for the first inventory. I'll grab out everything for the second inventory, and we shall have a ganders on how much that is. Right then, inventory number 2 is not going to be nowhere near as high in price as the first inventory, but we're going to have a look at it anyway. I've left one inventory space clear because we're going to be getting onto the God Wars items next, so I thought I may as well just keep it all in sync. If we pop it in the price checker there, it comes to almost 400 mil. The majority of it in the first item there, Onyx bolts, almost 21,000 Onyx bolts. I want to get 100,000 just to see that white stack of Onyx bolts, but I'm not sure if it will be quite possible. But it's still quite nice, and obviously I did recently complete my 100 fight kilns before they buffed the fight kiln, which is now implemented in game. So fight kiln is slightly harder, as in they've buffed the Jads and buffed Araxxi, the boss, and how much damage they deal. But we've got 92 mil worth of Onyxes there. Also we've had I think 3 or 4 Onyx drops from Araxxi. So yeah, they're stacking up quite nicely. Road to 100 Onyxes yet again, which will be pretty nice. And then if we just scroll down a little bit, we've got a few bones from Bandos, which I need to go back there and try and get that pet knocked off. Dragon bones from Vindictor and Gorvek when I'd done the 100 KC for that loot video, which is 6.8 mil. I need to go back to God Wars 2 soon, which I'll probably do in episode 6 if I'm honest. And then if we just scroll down towards the rubbish loot, shield left arse, random dragon helms and stuff like that, rare drop table drops, and God Wars shards as well, God Sword shards from God Wars. So yeah, 397 mil, it isn't too bad. Right then, this inventory consists of God Wars items, regularly, mainly Bandos, God Wars 2 items, and also some Razzler 6, some Araxxi, and also raids with the Codex right there. So I'm not expecting this inventory to be very much, because it's a very little inventory. I'm saving all the next items for one big inventory, so yeah, we'll pop that all in there anyway, and it comes to a nice 73 mil, nice and casual 73 mil right there. Codex 16 mil, Razzler 6 shields aren't too great of a price. Where's the main item here? Maybe Bandos chest plates and tassets, because they're used for invention obviously, and that's about it for this tab. Nothing really else to speak about, if I'm honest. So yeah, a nice and cheeky 73 mil. Right then, so this is the last inventory. I've got a few spider leg pieces as well, which I'll talk about after I've price checked the next items, which we're going to do right now. So this is all the next items. This is every single next item I've received as a drop, so that is pretty nice and a unique goal, I guess, to get every next item as a drop rather than buy them. So yeah, if we pop it all in the price checker there, 482 mil. So these have fluctuated quite a lot. They've dropped and rised, and with me holding them, I probably lost a lot more than what I could have probably made due to the hype of invention, but I'm not too bothered. I love making loot tabs and I love seeing the loot just build up in general. So yeah, taller plate body, 31 mil. We've got 3 Virtus robe tops, that comes to 50.6 mil. Other things as well, Pernix boots, we've had 5 Pernix boot drops, so that comes to 71.5 mil right there. 4 Zarite bows, a shame they're not like 40 mil each again, like they were in my Road to Max cash, but that's still a nice 76 mil right there, which is very nice. So just in next items alone, 482 mil, so that is very, very nice. So here we go then, the last item of this loot tab that I'm going to obviously roughly add to the price checker are spider legs. I'm not going to make the legs just yet. I'm probably going to make them when I can make 5 or 10 at once, or when I complete this series I'll make all the legs in one go. We'll see though. But currently the price of the spider legs are 156 mil, so obviously we've got 2 legs, or we can make 2 complete legs, so that's around 312 mil. Adding that to the final total down the bottom right here, and you'll see that transform to 2.2 bill right there, almost 2.3 bill. So we're closing in on the halfway mark of 2.5 bill on the way to 5 bill loot tab anyway, so that's not too bad. And obviously, like I said, the the prices in the video are all based off the GE, so prices may be different to what they are on street with supply and demand and whatnot, but the main GE value currently of my tab is almost 2.3 bill, which isn't too bad. Within 5 episodes we're well over max cash anyway. So yeah, that is it from me, guys. I do hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry for it being slightly longer and not too many PVMing in this episode, mainly because the majority of this video has been me pressure checking this tab. But yeah, we'll crack on with God Wars 2. We'll get back into the rhythm of doing God Wars 2 next, and Araxxi in the next episode, just to make a little bit of variety there, and just get some more consistent loot. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for all the feedback on episode 4. You guys are amazing. Stay tuned and peace.